My name is Lars Bosselmann. I work for CBM, which is a disability and development organization. I'm there doing the directorship of the Advocacy and Alliance department, which is based in Brussels, in Belgium, and it's a job that I really love. I have some light perception. I think that's the sort of nice summary of what I can still see. Actually, if you want to call assistance in securing my very first job, which is obviously, I think, the most difficult for all people, not only for blind or disabled people, but for all people to find after university or whatever trainee you did or educational background you have, is actually through previous experiences in form of internships. That was my really successful entry into my first job. Was actually I knew the people and I knew the organization that offered me that job through very enlightening and very successful interning I did previously with them. I didn't start with an organization in my current job, so I sort of grew over the years, over time, within the same organization into my current role. And I think that's also very important to look for growing opportunities, new challenges within the same organization. That's definitely possible, and I was given that opportunity, very much supported and encouraged by my respective line managers in the organization to also take up new challenges, new learnings, and then also be in a position to do different jobs still by staying in the same organization. So I'm a political scientist by background. Before having university experience, I was part of a special education system in Germany. I did study abroad, which was not part of my program, of my study program, but which was my decision I wanted to do. So I went to France for 1 year, exchange year during my studies to learn another language and to have a different cultural experience there as well. It is extremely important to me to really function as everybody else can function, to have a salary, to pay my taxes, to contribute to society. Broadly speaking, I think the biggest obstacle is actually lack of knowledge about all the things that do exist and that make it absolutely possible for a blind person to work effectively, productively, and successfully as everybody else. There's a lot of misconceptions about people who are blind and their abilities to work out there. There's no doubt about that, and that has to be overcome. So you also have, in addition to your own attitude to it, also really meet the right people who believe in this being possible and who actually want also to give you that opportunity. And then once the opportunity has been given to people and you do your job as everybody else does his or her job, then I think a lot of those barriers actually they fall. I'm a very optimistic person, so I'm not necessarily used to talking about obstacles or challenges too much, but of course that doesn't mean that they don't exist. The reality is the hurdles are a bit higher for a person who is blind or partially sighted to overcome, but that shouldn't make us shy away from going that extra mile. On the contrary, it should actually be an extra motivation to do it.